At exactly 8:45 p.m., a 911 dispatcher picked up a call from 1440 West 13th Street, the Grace Abbott homes. On the other end was Ruthie, frantic, out of breath. She said, "I'm a resident of 1440 West 13th. Her words were tumbling over each other. She continued, "People next door are tearing something down. They're trying to come through." The dispatcher tried to keep up. "They're trying to break in?" "Yeah," said Ruthie. "They threw the cabinet down. They want to come through the bathroom." Now you can almost hear the confusion in the operator's silence. What does that even mean, someone coming through the bathroom? But to Ruthie, it made perfect sense. She was describing exactly what was happening. Still, the dispatcher marked the call as a disturbance with a neighbor. No emergency priority. No sense of the horror that was literally crawling through the walls. By 9:02 p.m., more calls came in, this time from Ruthie's neighbors. One said she'd heard gunshots coming from Ruthie's apartment. Another reported screaming. Police were this time dispatched. Around 9:10, 4 officers arrived at apartment 1109. They knocked, announced themselves, and waited. No answer. So they asked the dispatcher to try calling Ruthie back. The phone rang and rang, echoing through her small, dark apartment. The police on the other side of the door could hear it ringing, but it didn't appear that anyone inside could pick it up. They tried to get a key from building management, but the one they found, it didn't fit for some reason. Clearly, this building was not being taken care of properly. They knocked on the door across the hall, but no one answered. The unit next door was vacant. Nobody wanted to be involved. After some debate and a whole lot of hesitation about whether they had the right to break in, the officers just left. The official call time was 9:48 p.m. Now, the next night, one of Ruthie's neighbors, Deborah Lastly, noticed that something was off. Ruthie always stopped by to chat on her way out and again when she came home. But this time, nothing. There was no sign of Ruthie anywhere. So the neighbor called the police, worried. Again, officers showed up with the CAJ security guards. Together, they knocked, and silence. Some police officers wanted to force the door open, but the security guards advised against it. She could sue, one warned. So they left. By the following afternoon, April 24th, Deborah called again, this time to the building office. Finally, a maintenance worker and a project official came with a drill. When they opened the door, a thick, metallic smell hit them before they even saw her. It was the smell of death.